Western New York Independent Living Family of Agencies presents A Family Business. Through the independent living philosophy of education, empowerment, and equality, the Western New York Independent Living Family of Agencies has helped tens of thousands of individuals with disabilities live in their neighborhoods, work in their communities, and be engaged in society.
Western New York Independent Living Family of Agencies is comprised of 7 agencies directed and staffed by individuals with disabilities. The agencies are engaged with the provision and implementation of 5 core services: independent living skills, peer counseling, community and individual advocacy, information and referrals, and transitioning from the institution back into a home of their choice.
The 7 agencies that make up our family are the Independent Living Center, Independent Living of the Genesee Region, Independent Living of Niagara County, the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service, the Mental Health Peer Connection, the Young Leaders and Advocates Network, and Parent to Parent.
One of our core services is transition. And with transition, we assist students between the ages of 14 and 24, preparing for employment that's either vocational or educational. So we can work with them in terms of high schools and going into the high school to prepare them vocationally in terms of interviewing, job preparation, answering questions, preparing resumes, things of that nature. Or we can work with that college student that has graduated from high school and is transitioning into that environment, working with the disability services offices at our local colleges to kind of figure out what accommodations that they need for them to be successful in that college career. We also aid and assist with transition of people back into their homes from nursing home environments. So one of the things that we're looking for in that situation is a safe discharge. If they've been designated as safely discharging, we're really focusing on what they need to make that happen, whether it's identification, financially, looking for an apartment, previous rental history, utilities, accessible housing. So whatever they need to really transition safely back into the community is what we're assisting them with.
Disabilities have no borders. There are disabled populations in urban, suburban, and rural areas of Western New York. That's why Western New York Independent Living Family of Agencies has independent living centers in Niagara Falls and Batavia.
An independent living center is a place where people can come if they have a disability and need any kind of assistance in the community. IL centers teach daily independent living skills, which may include finding a job, locating housing, and arranging for transportation. A few things that are unique about our center in Batavia is that we use our reception area for the Articulation's fine arts display. Artists with a disability can exhibit their work and sell items to the public without paying any fees or commission. We also conduct a rapid rehousing program to assist people experiencing homelessness. This service will help locate housing and pay the rent and security deposit to stabilize their housing situation. Our loan closet has free durable medical equipment and portable ramps to assist people with remaining in their home. Our Independent Living Center offers the free 6-week workshop called the Chronic Disease Self-Management Program, where people learn about tools they can use to better manage their health.
Independent Living of Niagara County works with people of any and all disabilities throughout all of Niagara County. We work to educate, to empower, and for the equality of people of all disabilities. Simply, we really try to help people make sure that they have equal rights and that they are treated equally. Then the individual will be empowered to do things for themselves. An example would be, rather than giving people fish, we teach them how to fish. When someone comes to us with a goal, we help them reach those goals, but we don't do it for them. Peer counseling is one of our core services, and it's probably simply the most empowering way we can work with each other. As a peer-run agency, from the top down, we're required to be people with disabilities. From the board of directors to our staff and then the people we work with are people with disabilities. Peer counseling is the language of empathy. It's understanding that myself as a person with disabilities and the people I work with, we've been through things that other people may not be able to identify or understand. So because of those things, when I speak to people who have walked a similar path, We can identify in ways that are different. That simply is peer counseling. It's another person with a disability who's able to identify and say, I've been through that too, and this is what I did.
One of the newest members of the Western New York Independent Living family of agencies is the Young Leaders and Advocates Network. The Young Leaders and Advocates Network is a statewide network run for and by young people with disabilities. They are dedicated to uniting and empowering young people across the state.
Advocacy is an essential skill when living with a disability. As peers, we live by the motto of nothing about us without us. Young people's voices of experience are integral to meeting their needs and for systems change. We educate on what advocacy is, how to speak up for yourself, and how to apply those skills to systems advocacy and civic engagement. Young people, when given the platform of safe spaces, are a valuable resource in systems change. The youth movement is the future of the disability rights movement, and YLAN ensures young leaders are given the skills and supports they need to advocate for systems change.
In 2019, the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service became a member of our family of agencies.
Volunteers for the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service started reading newspapers, books, magazines, and other publications for people who were blind or had a print disability more than 35 years ago, before the internet and before books on tape were common. The publications were recorded or broadcast live to listeners throughout Western New York who had special radio receivers. Print is as important then as it is now. Print brings a level of depth and details to stories that many modern sources can't. By sharing these publications, we are helping people stay informed about what's going on in their community, as well as with the nation and the world. We are building connections while providing a sense of companionship. Today, your Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service is broadcasting more publications and serving more people than ever before, over the air and online. Our radio transmission is streaming live 24/7 to listeners over any internet-connected device, like a laptop, tablet, smartphone, or smart speaker. Our most popular publications are also available on most podcast channels. And we're now also serving listeners in Rochester, the Genesee Valley, and the Finger Lakes with their own local daily and weekly newspapers and other publications. The key to all of this is the hundreds of volunteers who dedicate time every week in studio or from home and lend their voices to bring life to print.
Another member of our family of agencies is the Mental Health Peer Connection, serving those in Erie County with mental health issues.
The Mental Health Peer Connection provides behavioral health services to individuals dealing with mental health and substance use issues. We have our Addict to Addict program that actually works out of ECMC's emergency room. They help individuals that are coming in who are actively in addiction, who are looking for recovery services. We provide them linkages, we do information and referral, we assist them with transportation if they need to get to and from support groups or whatever services that they may be seeking specific to substance use. Our peers that work with them are Certified Recovery Peer Advocates, or CERPAs. They've received extensive training on assisting individuals that are dealing with those substance use issues. We also have our peer support specialists that are certified through the New York State Academy of Peer Services, and they work specifically with individuals on life skills. It's mental health focused, it's person-centered. We'll help individuals with anything from life skills, vocational skills. We have our job club that individuals can come in. We'll assist them with resume writing, cover letters. We'll provide them some job coaching, just anything related to making their life better that will allow them to develop the skills to stay in the community and function independently.
Another recent member to our family of agencies is Parent to Parent. Parent to Parent shares a lot in common with the independent living movement in terms of being peer-centered and focused on that direct support from people with lived experience. Parent to Parent serves family caregivers of individuals with disabilities or special health care needs.
When parents and other family caregivers call Parent to Parent of New York State, they are often looking for help accessing services, understanding systems, or working out a problem they are having with a professional or service agency. They may have just received a diagnosis for their child. They may be worried but unsure as to what exactly is the cause of that concern. Or perhaps they have long been on the road of parenting their son or daughter with a disability but are facing a new transition point. We like to tell them they are in the right place. They don't need to have the right words or know exactly what they are asking for. They just need to be able to tell us their story. Parents spend a lot of time trying to get it right and ensure the best, but we always ask, how are you? What are you doing to take care of yourself? We are parents too. We understand all the complicated emotions. Yes, we want to help parents find answers, but we are passionate about ensuring parents are heard and understood.
One of our largest programs is Taking Control, our consumer-directed personal assistance service program that puts consumers in control of their home care.
Taking Control is a consumer-directed personal assistant program where the consumer is in charge of their own home care needs. The consumer will recruit and hire, provide training for their personal assistant, and schedule the person. It gives them control over their life and whatever they need for support in the home and community. The consumer may even hire friends and family. If they are over 21 years old, the consumer may hire their own parents for caregiving. If they feel they need assistance in managing the recruitment, time management, training, and termination responsibilities, then the consumer may assign a responsible adult as their directing representative. In order to qualify for the Taking Control program, an individual must be eligible for medical assistance, be eligible for long-term care, have a stable medical condition, be self-directing, be willing to fulfill consumer responsibilities, receive an independent assessment and medical examination, and meet the Department of Social Services or MCO requirements. As a fiscal intermediary, Taking Control will assist with providing onboarding assistance, providing wage and benefit processing for personal assistance, and monitoring ongoing authorizations for seamless provision of services. Taking Control is serving consumers across the state in Western New York, the Southern Tier, North Country and Adirondacks, and the Catskills region.
Independence Express is an empowering service we offer that gets consumers where they want to be.
Independence Express is a transportation program for people with disabilities in Western New York. We serve Erie, Niagara, Genesee, Orleans, and Wyoming counties. And like the rest of the programs here at Western New York Independent Living, we are a PRM program, which means we are people with disabilities helping people with disabilities. Typically, we take a lot of people to work. We take people to doctors. We take people for social activities to be part of their community. In addition to the other programs we have just recently started Medicaid transportation. People can call Medicaid and request us to drive them for Medicaid-approved rides. In addition to Medicaid transportation, we also have fee-for-service transportation. If people don't have Medicaid, they can pay to use our transportation. They can use it to go anywhere. We run from 7:30 in the morning until 9:30 at night. Our drivers have to have a CDL. They have to follow the same guidelines as school bus drivers. We do our best to provide safe, reliable transportation in Western New York for people with disabilities.
In Niagara, Erie, Orleans, Genesee, and Wyoming counties, we offer Health Home Coordination. This is a person-centered approach to coordinating health care for people who are on Medicaid, have 2 or more chronic health conditions, and/or a behavioral health disability.
A health home is a service that provides comprehensive care management to Medicaid recipients to make certain their medical, mental health, and substance use disorder needs are being met. Individuals who enroll in a health home are matched with a care manager who helps to make sure that all providers involved in a member's care are working well together and sharing information. The health home's care manager will assist the individual in the development of a person-centered plan of care that has a triple aimed goal of reducing emergency room visits as well as improving their medical needs. But we also address the social determinants of health. Those include housing, transportation, and benefits.
Empowerment, education, and equality. It's our family business. We help individuals with disabilities to live in their neighborhoods, work in their communities, and be engaged in society. The Western New York Independent Living family of agencies is here to help you. Or if you would like to help with contributions or volunteering, Contact us at 716-836-0822. Visit us on the web at wnyil.org.